this one out 2-0 over Rockdale. 3 p.m. will be the first grade kickoff. I'd just like to remind you all that we have the bar and bistro open today. We also
test 1 2 1 2 test. We are live at APIA at Ilinden Sports Centre. Just doing an audio test. It looks all pretty good. If you want to give me a thumbs up for audio, that would be great on the other side if you're listening.
Again, we'd like to thank all our sponsors, starting off with our major sponsor, MKD Transport. We're committed to reliability. Our gold sponsors, MCWA, Macedonian Cultural Welfare Association, PCFS Logistics, Glad Group, Pino's Dolce Vita Fine Foods, Cineco Partners, MBL Customs and Compliance, and Marco Polo Foods. Our silver sponsors, Baudry Australia, Your Consolidated Group, Cityview Group, Tempe Tyres, Rasha Scaffolding, B&B Bricklaying, Level 33, Swift Air, Vortex Group, Bar Consulting, Borgia Cranes, HT Wills, Niji Sushi Restaurant, Bella Transport, Rick Specialist Contracting, Sydney Civil, Superboo, Lang & Simmons St George, Liquor Stacks Reevesby, Broad Air, Joe's Poultry, Direct Inject, BA Architecture, Chemist Hub Rockdale, Zoomwave, SCIS Property Group, Sapia Produce Group, EMC Civil, Gerard Malouf Partners, Sydney Wide Building Supplies, Riverosky Catering Equipment and Warehouse, Atcall Cars, William Roberts Lawyers, Tiny's Cocktails, 2025 Apparel Partner Stano, our club suppliers, ABA Audio Visual, Son of a Baker, KST Buses, Bisco Foods. We'd also like to thank all our signage partners around the stadium, and we urge all you Rockdale supporters to support those sponsors that support the club. Ladies and gentlemen, lineups have come in. Number 1, Nick Soros. 14, Braden Sorge. Number 99, Matthew Karamalevsky. 4, James Nikolovsky. 8, Jerry Skatardis. 5, Giorgio Speranza. 7, Alec Urasevsky. 10, Brendan Chalakian. 11, Lockie Constable. 24, Ali Ugla. 88, Chris McStay. Substitutions. 20, Ronan Mulgrew. 9, Moody Najjar. 23, Oliver Pufflin. 16, Michael Marsevsky. 46, Paul Kalamvokas. 15, Daniel Jurovich. APIA starting 11. 80, Oliver Kallax. 21, Michael Kuda. 14, Cameron Fong. 5, Dredden Kelly. 16, Sean Simons. 2, Sia Gambayashi. 19, Fabian Mom. 22, Eddie Caspers. 8, Joel Bertolicio. 7, Jack Stewart. 9, Presley Ortiz. Substitutions, number 1, Anthony Flucianis. 11, Rory Jordan. 18, Adrian Uccino. 29, Maxim Kasalovich. 30, Alex Denmead. And number 6, Franco Farinella. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could all please stand up and observe a minute's silence in memory of the passing of Michael Briggs. Michael Briggs served as an administrator of football across Sydney and as a Football New South Wales Match Commissioner for over 40 years. We also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the passing of our very own Ali Agla's grandfather, who unfortunately also passed away last week. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon and welcome to our match of the round in round 23. Teams just acknowledging a minute's silence after the passing of Michael Briggs and the grandfather of Ali Ogla. We'd just like to extend our condolences to the Briggs and the Ogla family. As we get ready for a showdown between the two teams who've scored the most goals in the NPL this season. So it's no surprise that when they met in round 8, it was a 7-goal thriller won by the team who this afternoon wearing their very snazzy sky blue kit. Rockdale in red and black. A massive showdown on this Sunday afternoon here at the Ilinden Sports Centre. Referee for this afternoon, a big man for the big occasion. Ivica Kovic has the ball in his hands. APIA will get us underway. When they met in round 8, it was the game of the season. Will this encore, where the encore was better than the original? Let's find out here. Presley Ortiz back into the starting lineup. Only one man in New South Wales has scored more goals. Two goal scorers locking horns. We are underway. Mouth-watering clash here in the New South Wales NPL. Energetic start straight away, and Ivica Kovic's whistle gets a insanely early workout here. I'll rattle through the team changes when I get a moment. Nice feet there by Mikulovsky. Burst. He's the cross goal, and it's a Kalatz. Well, the Kalatz, I beg your pardon. The referee's name stuck in my head there. Called into action straight away. Kuda goes long looking for Kambayashi here, just like a host of these APIA players in fine form. Rockdale made 3 changes. They got a big statement victory after a shock loss here a fortnight ago against the Sutherland Sharks. They were back to winning ways last week against Blacktown. They're on the back foot here, though. Here is Seiya Kambayashi. He's looking for Ortiz, and the ball is just slightly behind the man with the best name in the NPL, Presley Ortiz, who is in his great form. On our Football New South Wales website, they have him marked down for 12 goals, but I say this every time I commentate one of his games. He was robbed a goal against Manly, which they credited for Joel Bertolicio. That was a Presley Ortiz goal, so he should be on 13 goals, and I won't stop saying that until it's eventually changed. If they do credit him with that goal, that means that only one man has more goals than him, and it's the man that's demanding the ball on his chest. And the throw in from Sorge. End up going to Chalakian. Simmons, involved in many showdowns with Rockdale, one of APIA's favourite sons. Stewart looks to go long. That might bounce there for Presley Ortiz. It's away by Karamalevsky. Safety first. Let's run through this Rockdale lineup. 3 changes, as I mentioned. Nick Soros between the sticks. James Nikolovsky in number 4. Giorgio Speranza is in number 5. Alek Urushevsky, fresh off, ending his mini goal-scoring drought. Back in the team of the week as well. He's in number 7, making his first start since arriving from the Sutherland Sharks, Jerry Skotadis. Number 10 is Brendan Chalaki, as we have a whistle here for an offside. Number 11 is Lachlan Constable. Graydon Sorge is in 14, returning to the starting lineup, fresh off winning the Striker of the Month award in New South Wales is Ali Ogla. Chris McStay is number 88 and already been involved early. Rounding out the 11, and the third of those 3 changes is Matthew Karamalevsky. APIA make 2 changes from the team that, to quote their own social media account, it was scrappy, but they got it done against Western Sydney. Oliver Callets once again between the sticks. Seiya Kambayashi is in number 2. Jack Stewart could have had a hat-trick last week. A very rare performance against the Western Sydney Wanderers without a goal for him. But Alicio is in number 8. Presley Ortiz back for them. A huge boost. Yashi's been busy early. Here's Fabian Monge. Settled in nicely in his return to the Morona Azzurri. Stewart. Is it out wide to Fong? He's been a breath of fresh air in this team as well, shaking off some niggling injuries that plagued the start of the season for him. He is in number 14. The captain is Sean Simmons in 16. Fabian Monge, as I mentioned before, back in Morona Azzurri, looking to make it 3 from 3 as well. Michael Cooter is in 21. Eddie Casper's the second of those 2 changes. And Drayden Kelly, the informed man at the back, almost lets that ball get past him, but the thing I've noticed about Mr. Kelly is very hard to press and force an error out of. Alek Urushevsky almost did it there, though, and that is not a man you want to make an error and give a gift to. Here is Kelly. Big news last week, if you missed it. The departure of not only Anthony Sparacino, but also a club icon, Josh Simmons, which leaves APIA a little bit thin at the back, particularly with Samuel Muatomalo out for the rest of the season with an ACL injury. As an early-sided goal miss-hit. It might still sit up here for Constable. Has it back to Sorge. Stay on the edge of the box. He goes for the route 1 option instead. Speranza. It might go in. It was allowed to bounce, and then it almost whizzed past everyone into the back post, but Kalat saw it the whole way. The type of opening you would expect to a game between these 2 teams. End-to-end. Energetic, frantic. Both teams looking ominous goal-scoring form like they have been all season. What a crazy game their round 8 showdown was. APIA took a 2-0 lead. We're cruising. And then an Alek Urushevsky hat-trick flipped the game on its head. It looked like Rockdale were going to claim a huge win. Josh Simmons, the departed Josh Simmons. Also an assist from his brother Sean, drawing level before Seiya Kambayashi with a beautiful goal. And it's just been that type of season for the men on the ball here now. Seiya Kambayashi, such a consistent performer for Manly and of course APIA as well, but could make the claim that he is in career best form and he earns his team a corner. Already looks like that's going to be a battle on APIA's left-hand side between him and Matthew Karamalevsky. No Hunter Elliott out there on the right today for Rockdale. Is Kambayashi to take the corner. 7 goals when these teams met in round 8. Are we going to get an early one here at the Ilinden Sports Centre? Soros is there first. Kelly was bearing down on that ball, but it was a good, safe pair of hands by Rockdale's number 1. I have a feeling both goalkeepers are going to be busy in this one. They're looking for Ali Ogla. Here's the other one been thrust into action. Done there from Kalatz coming off his line, sending that anywhere. Golovsky. There's a few battles where this game's going to be won and lost. Rockdale's number 4 against APIA's number 9 is definitely one of them. And after APIA, a nice little spell of possession, and not for the first time, a miss-hit shot which almost turned into a cross, and that time it fizzles out for a throw-in. Round 8 match is a Tough act to follow. I mentioned The Dark Knight. I'm just trying to think of some other movies where the second was better than the first. Arguably The Godfather. Dark Knight. Less arguable. I think that's a fairly definitive sequel that was better than the original. What will we get today, though? That round 8 showdown will be hard to top from any game, let alone the second meeting between the teams. Both these teams do not struggle in front of goals. 59 this season from 22 games for Rockdale. Just behind them on 57 is APIA. Defensively, APIA have turned the corner in recent months as well. 7 clean sheets in their last 10 games. There was a stage in the season where they had scored the most goals and conceded the most, which is absolutely wild. Go Parisi will be happy to see clean sheets start to stack up, particularly as new defensive stars emerge. Drayden Kelly, definitely one of them. And his toughest opponents have produced his best performances. Mr. Kelly produced the man of the match performance in Sydney Olympic, keeping Cyrus Demi very quiet. Produced the same thing a couple of weeks later against Blacktown. But if he could produce a similar performance against the toughest assignment for a defender, and that is Alek Urushevsky, our reigning 2-time, soon to be 3, Golden Boot winner, then his reputation will continue to grow. Then we can start having the conversation about him being one of the best defenders in this competition. It's Kelly that goes long. Good start to this game. It's been end-to-end, but now it's APIA on the back foot. Chalakian looks for McStay. It's Constable out wide, and he finds him. Lucky Constable with the cross. Header away, only as far as Sorge and Kambiashi, who are coming together. APIA man gets his head on it first. Now it's APIA who look to break. Simmons bursting forward. Karamalevsky, like he's done on a couple of occasions already, coming across, putting it out to safety. Marconi won 1-0 yesterday against Western Sydney to move 3 points clear. Rockdale can leapfrog them though. They have the superior goal difference. See if the home team can respond. These teams met here last season. They came from behind to win 2-1. Similar result. Let's see them go first again. APIA's hopes of a premiership a little bit less likely, but stay in touch with their Italo-Australian rivals Marconi and their opponents today with a win. Sorge with the throw, looking for Urushevsky, who's for the first time outside of the boot pass there. Not that time. This is game number 23 out of 30 for both teams. APIA 4 points behind Rockdale, who are in second. A further 3 behind Marconi. So that's a 7-point gap. They would slice it to 4 with a win here today. So the premiership definitely not out of the question for APIA. Of course, you can't forget about Spirit as well, who are also on 49 points. Rockdale pressing from the front, this time winning the ball. Who's there? Jetty Skotadis. Great signing. Coming across, making the short trip over from the Sutherland Sharks. Sorge. Back out wide to Constable. Sorge once again, product of the great Marsden College Randwick. I only know that because I'm also an old boy of Marsden College Randwick. A few years older than me though, Braden. You wouldn't be able to tell though. He runs up and down that right-hand side like a 21-year-old. Jalakin was pressed there by Bertolicio. APIA's midfield getting a bit of added oomph, a bit of extra juice with the inclusion of Eddie Caspers today. He made his return with a little spell out on the bench last week against Western Sydney and now starting once again. It's a strong midfield, of course. Maybe Monge returning after a stint in the A-League with Melbourne Victory. Let's have to be sure there because he had Kuduszewski breathing down on him, but APIA just like that, within 2 passes now are inside the Rockdale penalty area. Strong defence though from Nikolovsky. It's still here with Kuduszewski. Monge looking for Ortiz. Strong tackle, a fair one. Caspers wins it back though. Might fall for Eddie Caspers. Ortiz, can he get another goal? Not that time. Great block by Nikolovsky. And another block once again from the Rockdale centre-back. Great work from the ex-Brisbane Roar defender. And it remains 0-0, just when it looks like one team starting to get control. It's wrestled back quickly by the other team. McStay. Malevsky might just be happy to get the sting out of the game a little bit. Went from pressing Oliver Kalatz to on the back foot straight away. Bursting forward is Karamalevsky. Strong tackle from Kelly. Waved away by Ivica. McStay dropping deep. And it's Sorge who misplaces a pass. Good work from Kambayashi. Pressing, forcing an error. Big month coming up for APIA Leichhardt Football Club. They described it on their Instagram as July of Giants. And that's very fitting because they have a showdown with familiar foe. I think they're going to be sharing an Australia Championship group with Sydney United. It's coming up next Sunday, and then a huge showdown with Australia's best, the reigning A-League champions Melbourne City. So a huge July. It will be a Christmas in July. And rain down gifts for APIA. The kick here though for Rockdale. Score remains 0-0, but the opening is anything to go by. I don't think it's going to stay like that for long. McStay, low cross. APIA players were there. It's Caspers looking for the switch. Soros deals with that one. On by Ali Ogla. Here he is once again. Second time he's won Player of the Month award. He actually won the Midfielder of the Month a few months ago, despite playing in a more advanced position. That could just be a case of giving him the award and just putting him down as a midfielder because he was in great form when he got that award, but then he followed it up. He got the award. Next game for Rockdale was Manly. And he got sent off. Let's hope that's not the case for him after picking up his second Player of the Month award, this time a Striker of the Month award. And he's having a great partnership up top with Mr. Alec Kuduszewski, who had a little mini goal drought, but ended that in style last week, scoring a double. Team of the Week appearance as well. Kambayashi going up against Sorge. Stewart. Decent shot and acrobatic diving in front of it once again is James Nikolovsky and heading that away for a corner. That's got to be third or fourth block at least for Rockdale's centre-back. Just mixed stages. A wardrobe change, you're getting rid of the undershirt. It's a nice winter's afternoon here. Perfect weather for football. APIA corner once again to be taken by Seiya Kambayashi. Ball once again, and it's gone in! Michael Kuda gets the final touch, and APIA get the opening goal in this showdown between the teams that score the most goals in New South Wales. It's been a back and forth game, like a game of ping pong, but APIA get the opening goal. Seiya Kambayashi's corner once again causing problems. And there to steer it in was Michael Kuda. The defender getting another big goal for his team. He might play at the back, but that's league goal number 5 this season for King Kuda. And APIA take the lead. The opening to this game is anything to go by, that could be the first of many in this game. We saw 7 in round 8, and we have our opening goal here in our match of the round. Michael Kuta. Terrific ball by Seiya Kambayashi. Not only has he chipped in for goals this season, but assists as well. His corner led to the only goal in their match last week, and it gets the opener here. That means that APIA now move within 1 goal of Rockdale. Critical goal though. They get the opener just like they did in round 8. Just like they did also when these teams met here last season. Rockdale coming back to win that meeting between these teams in 2024. They're going to have to do the same to get a result here. How do they respond? They haven't been bad. It's been a good start by both these teams. Just a couple misplaced passes though from Rockdale. Up a little bit crisper in possession, and man, just past the ball there. Seiya Kambayashi's corner once again. Leading to a goal. Heavy tackle there, and a little coming together from Chalakian on Monge, and players made up straight away, which is what you love to see. For Caspers, it's been a trademark Caspers start to this game. Was he fouled? Ivicakovic was right on top of that tackle. He said no. Well won by Skotadis. He was looking for Oglan. Back there was Cameron Fogg. And every time I've spoken to Franco Parisi, the APIA manager, whenever I spoke to him throughout the season, he's always high praise of his young defender Fogg. Couldn't wait to get him back out on the field as he was shaking off an injury and making a home for himself on the right-hand side of their back four. But it's going to be a free kick to Rockdale. Right in front of those Rockdale fans. Some of the best in our league. Very animated, very passionate. And Chris McStay give them something to cheer about. Rockdale look to hit back straight away after falling behind. Little stutter step, the trademark McStay shuffle. Great ball once again. Kalat's a full stretch. And it almost falls on the rebound to Alek Urushevsky, and then the hit from Skotadis goes over the bar. Rockdale very close. It looked like Urushevsky may have lost his footing, or maybe that ball just was beyond him and he was throwing himself at it. A couple little half shouts at maybe a tug or a pull, but shot on the rebound, hit over the bar. Work by Kalatz, who gets us restarted straight away. And about Rockdale, they're going to have to push now for a goal. It leaves them more open at the back. APIA are deadly. They get another free kick here, though, which they take quickly. Chalakian. McStay's hounded by 2 APIA players. Does enough. Lovsky tangled up with Ortiz. He thought he was fouled. He then handles the ball. He's not happy. Nikolovsky could have maybe ended up in the book. Not that time. Kambayashi, the back heel didn't come off. Another free kick here for APIA. Simmons. Kuda, his goal gave his team the lead. Simmons with the cross. No one in blue there on the receiving end of it. Kuda, did he drag down Rockdale player there after a touch which was a little bit heavy? It's Chalakian who's down and play stopped. Couple Rockdale players and their bench getting fired up now. To put it mildly. 2 very passionate, proud, historic football clubs meeting, so it's always going to be a fiery game. And the opening to it has lived up to the hype, definitely. Sorge. turn there, evading the press of Kambayashi. Beautiful football from Rockdale. Bit of space on this right-hand side, Chalakian. So just continued his run. Coming across was Kuda, and he did brilliantly because it's a goal kick for APIA. Michael Kuda scored the opening goal and then getting back there. Last-ditch defending, brilliant defending, wins his team a goal kick. You're joining us on New South Wales YouTube, live and free, of course, the way it always is. You can, if you can multitask. I recommend head over to our Instagram as well. You'll get some BTS of this game and some post-game interviews. This stage, the man of the moment so far in his opening 23 minutes is Michael Kuta. His goal, the difference between these teams on the end of a Saya Kambayashi corner, falls perfectly for Ortiz, who lays it off for Kaspers. Coming across was Karamalevsky, and he does well. Thrust into the starting lineup. And centre-back, he can also play full-back. And been solid so far, but this is the identical position where APIA got the opening goal. Will we see a repeat? Kambayashi to take it once again. This is his third corner from this position. Caused problems every time. Goal with his previous one. Can he get another? Kambayashi takes once again. It's towards Soros. And Soros, like he did the first time Kambayashi had a corner in that position, claims it. It's a started straight away. Skotodis. Is it out wide to Sorge? He's got Kambayashi breathing down his neck, but he finds McStay. Kaspers manages to get a block, though. He has been everywhere. Ex-MacArthur Bull. There's another ex-Bull. Bertolicio goes looking for Kambayashi, but Karamalevsky's there first. Sends that one into orbit. Was allowed to bounce. Simmons and Constable going shoulder to shoulder, and it's the APIA captain who wins the tackle there. Chalakian. Heavy touch. Kaspers there once again. Eddie Kaspers. Textbook Eddie Kaspers first half so far. Winning tackles, full of energy. Another free kick here for Rockdale. End up taking it short. Mikulovsky. Body on the line in this first half, producing a couple great blocks. To deny Jack Stewart. Malevsky, one of three changes as well. He's been rock solid at the back, but it was a set piece that undid them. A corner headed in by Michael Kuda. Long Kuda that time was looking for Monge. McStay. Lovely 1-2 with Constable. Constable then wants it back. Miyashi's getting back there, and Kuda shielded that one out for a goal kick. 25 minutes gone here. APIA come to Rockdale and have taken the lead. Talat's looking for Simmons. It was at full stretch and almost landed on his manager's lap. Sorge. McStay, he's been busy in this first half, as has Constable, but no one's been busier or more influential than that man. Kuda, the goal scorer, sends it long. Spurs has been brilliant. One of two changes from Michael Parisi. Evading challenges there. Lovely switch for Stewart. Long's bursting forward. Jack Stewart goes himself and sends it over the bar. Heat check there from APIA's number 7. Long looking for Gudashevsky. Pulling up with Kuda. trying to get around him that time. Lovely work from Kuda, but it might still fall for Urushevsky. Shows good strength, and Kuda's centre-back partner, Kelly, comes across to help out. This game has been end-to-end, like the tennis. Much more even than the Wimbledon final we saw last night, and it might fall for Ortiz. It was a huge chance for Presley Ortiz, and that save there from Soros gets a round of applause from the home fans, but worrying signs there for the home team. APIA unlocking them. And it was Presley Ortiz very close to getting the second goal. Urushevsky, he's starting to get a bit more involved now. He senses the urgency. He was trying to take it quickly, but Rocky Constable wasn't on the same page as Euro, and goes out for a throw. But APIA just showing how quickly they can unlock a back line there. They were defending, and then within a couple passes, Presley Ortiz was in and on goal. Another heavy challenge there, that time on Speranza from Fong. He's going to get a yellow card, and I think some words from the Rockdale fans. I do not envy poor old Cameron Fong having to defend out on that side, right in front of the Rockdale faithful, letting him know what they thought of that challenge, and Ivica dishes out the first card of the game. Challenges on Giorgio Speranza, who's still down. Let's hope that he's okay. Brother Robbie watches on, still recovering from an injury. I know his father's in the stand today as well, part of the great Speranza footballing family. Although turned it up a couple notches after falling behind, particularly Urushevsky getting more and more involved. Still plenty of time. And just like we saw when these teams met in round 8, a game can be flipped on its head, because APIA were cruising in that one, up 2-0. Hat-trick. Urushevsky gave Rockdale the lead until Simmons and Kambayashi gave APIA the win. This, though, APIA, away from home, it's a team that could go first with a win, would be, without a doubt, their biggest win of the season, excluding, of course, their run in the Australia Cup, where they've been on fire, scoring 20 goals in 4 games. Speranza's made his way to his feet. That he can run back on. It was a heavy tackle, just led to this free kick. Trademark McStay shuffle. Will be another McStay assist. Not that time. All half shouts for handball. APIA break though. Here is Presley Ortiz. He came very close. Probably should have made it 2-0 if it wasn't for a great save from Soros, and foul there on Jack Stewart. And another yellow card, so we went almost 30 minutes without a yellow card, and we got 2 in 30 seconds. Skotadis that time, I think he knew his fate straight away. Misplaced pass for Oglar. And he goes looking for Alik Urushevsky. Kelly's there first, and does very well there, Drayden Kelly. I mentioned a couple big performances that he's had in recent months. This would without a doubt be the biggest. He's done well so far, as is this whole APIA backline. Simmons trying to get there first. It falls for Oglar. Lovely feet. Still with Ali Oglar. He does brilliantly well to find the shot, but unable to get any venom on that one. But that gets the crowd pumped up a little bit. Definitely hasn't been all APIA, but haven't been too many clear goal-scoring chances. Alik Urushevsky losing his footing or unable to get on the receiving end of a Kalat's parry. Here come APIA once again, though. Seiya Kambayashi, was that a foul? Referee was perfectly placed, McStay. Big moment there. APIA not happy. They feel they should have had a penalty. And once again, unlocking that Rockdale backline in rapid time. It's always nervy when those challenges are coming from the back of a player, but our referee, Stokovic, was perfectly placed, and Kambayashi's back to his feet, ready to take another corner. This is the fourth from this position. His second led to our only goal of the game. He's been peppering Nick Soris's box, and can he cause more headaches for Rockdale and double APIA's lead? Floated into the back stick. This one's away from the goalkeeper. And Kuda tries to keep it in, out for a goal kick. Sorge. Less than 15 minutes to go in this first half. APIA looking to do the double on Rockdale and move within 1 point of their opponents today. You have a feeling that these two teams could meet in the finals. APIA, though, looking to double their lead. Mikolovsky gets back there and does well to dispossess Stewart. Also looked like he may have lost his footing in the last second. Skotadis. Pass finds Sorge. Kambayashi getting back there, though, full of energy. It's still with Braden Sorge here. He was looking for Ogla. Rebound falls to him again, and the flag is up eventually. APIA's backline's done a good job containing two of the very best in this competition. Alek Urushevsky, who is the best, and Ali Ogla, our reigning striker of the month. Takes it side the opening goal and had the best chance since. That fell to Presley Ortiz. His Kambayashi has been as influential as ever. Ortiz once again. Angle a little bit acute for the shot. Might find a cross though. Karamalevsky gets back there. Did the last touch come off Ortiz? Yes, it did. Great work from Karamalevsky. They take it quickly. Skotadis against Monge, and last touch came off the ex-Sutherland man, so it's an APIA throw. And right in front of those Rockdale fans who might be getting a little bit restless. But they have the players to flip this game on its head in an instant. Simmons opens up the angle. Lovely threaded pass for Caspers. The angle was tight. The last touch was off Karamalevsky, and it goes out for a corner. Put the commentator's curse on Kambayashi last corner, saying that everyone is from this angle has caused problems. It ended up going out for a goal kick. What can he produce from this one, though? Usually money from this position. Kambayashi once again. Soris claims it. Little half bobble, but he was there to claim the seconds. Rockdale. Stay's been busy, as has this man and his partner Matthew Karamalevsky. Constable. And for Skotadis, Eddie Caspers has been everywhere in this first half. Here he is again intercepting. I have to speak to my stats man at halftime. If he has that type of information, how many tackles Eddie Caspers has won and how many passes he's intercepted, because he has been everywhere in this first half. Simmons. Monge turns. Lovely feet. Does really well to find the pass. Kaspers plays it back to Monge. Does he get there first? No. Karamalevsky gets across to save the day and does well to stop it from going out. Just long looking for Ogler. He manages to get his head on that, but it's a blue jersey there first. Fong winning the tackle. Monge. Up against Giorgio Speranza. Shaken off that knock before, which is good to see. Skotadis. Constable. Kambayashi getting back there. Full of energy, Saya Kambayashi, like he always is. McStay. For the 1-2 with Constable, but Simmons was there first. Plays it over the top for Ortiz. Flag was up. Dink that one over Soros. It would have been wide anyway, but flag was up well before Ortiz took his shot there. Soros to take the goal kick. He denied Ortiz about 10 minutes ago. That's been the biggest chance since APIA took the lead. APIA looking dangerous and showing they're rock solid defensively, but then also unable to unlock Rockdale's backline in a pass or two. Here is Ogler. Went up against Fong. Speranza. Still with Giorgio Speranza. Clearance ricocheted. A few players there and ends up going out for a goal kick. Kelly. Kalatz. Full of energy, but no scoring opportunities for the Baker yet. Kambayashi lays it off for Kaspers. Finds that extra pass for Jack Stewart. Another block. It falls for Monge, who doubles APIA's lead, and you have to say they deserve it. A brilliant first half from the visitors, and Fabian Monge gets his first goal for APIA since returning to the club. A deserved 2-0 lead for APIA, and Rockdale are going to have to come back from 2 goals down like they did in round 8. Lovely football going from sideline to sideline there, APIA. Beautiful ball to find Kaspers. He laid it off. APIA 2, Rockdale 0. Now, the home team, they really need a response here because it's falling behind. I have to say, APIA definitely haven't let their foot off the gas, and they deserve this lead. Rockdale did come back from this scoreline, though, in round 8. Ultimately, they led that game 3-2, only to go on and lose 4-3. And one-way traffic is developing here. Rockdale need to respond. Karamalevsky bursting forward. Almost had some room for the shot, but Bertolicio closed it down. Fong against Ogler. He's got a yellow card to think about as well. That was beautiful football from APIA. It started with Simmons, who found big shout there, falls to McStay, and then ricochet was fizzing around like a pinball machine, and it was almost turned in. Send that one long, looking for Ortiz. As I was trying to give you guys a play-by-play of the second goal, Rockdale nearly responded. I'm going to have to find another gear here, because APIA certainly did after doubling their lead. Rockdale can score goals in bunches. That goal there from Monge means that APIA now have scored the same amount of goals as Rockdale. So these two teams both 59, the most. Monge now classy player, classy finish as well. After a great block. No mistakes. It falls now to Udashevsky. Drags it across goal. His best chance of this game, despite the tight angle. They'll definitely kicked it up a notch since going 2-0 down. You won't be panicking yet. How can you panic? You've got a man who's about to win his third golden boot in a row. That's taking his time here. 6-second rules extend. I think we can all agree on that. That was a good 15 seconds there. Straight down the middle that time. Kelly. Chalakian. Throw it in front of Fong. It's McStay. Did that hit a hand? It might fall here for Ogler. APIA just send that one to safety. Rockdale adamant that hit a hand. Still with the home team here. Rockdale looking much better though. It's going down by 2. Good tackle from Simmons. Rockdale still lamenting with the referee about that decision there. Sorge to take the throw. Ushevsky. Chalakian won an under-20s title with APIA. A rich history against this club. Of course, played them in a grand final when he was at Manly. Shootout victory for Manly that day. He slotted one of those penalties. Skotadis looking for Sorge. He actually did well to just put him off there and goes out for a throw. Minutes begin to tick away here. Yeah. In the box seat. Have seen them though lose. And I should say slip up from 2-goal leads. They did it against Wollongong. They did it in St. George FC as well. 2 minutes of added time here. APIA 2 to the good. Chalakian, shoulder to shoulder with Kaspers. Monge, Milewski. His team being down 2-0. Milewski and Mikulovsky have been good in this half. Milewski diving there, forced to Chalakian. The Tolicio did well to get back there and prevent Rockdale's number 10 from getting a shot. Liashi been as busy as always, as has this man. Probably no one has been busier than him. Kaspers. Can they get a killer third goal right before half-time? Fong hits the deck. Plays on. Monge, goal scorer. It's now to Jack Stewart. And somehow that has not gone in. It was Presley Ortiz. And that miss is a collector's item. You would have backed him to score that one 99 times out of 100. No, that was the 1 out of 100. And it is a let-off for Rockdale. Keeps the minute. 2 goals. Down seems manageable, but 3, as they say in Italian, could be buonanotte. That could be the 2 minutes up here as well. Simmons knows what it takes to win trophies. Won so many with this club. This would be a championship caliber win here from APIA. They are 45 minutes away from it. Evenly contested first half until Michael Cooter gave the visitors the lead. Since then, you have to say they deserve this scoreline because they pushed and pushed, had chances to make it two, eventually did through Fabian Monge. Rockdale with a big job on their hands if they are to rescue something out of this game. Huge second half coming up on the other side of this halftime break. Welcome back to the second half. You guys missed a very entertaining lion chase at halftime. Rockdale have their own chase. They need to claw back this 2-goal lead. A dominant first half for the away team. Rockdale making a change at halftime. Giorgio Speranza comes off. They've still been wearing the effects of an early first half challenge, but big task in the second half for Rockdale if they're to get something out of this game. APIA deserve their 2-goal lead, it has to be said, because after scoring the first goal, they went to another level. I want to play them into this game, though, with back passes like that. Najar coming on for Speranza. So defender off, attacker on as Rockdale chase back this 2-goal deficit. APIA could keep them scoreless. We may be looking at the best defense in the league. Definitely the most informed. Hold on to this clean sheet. It'd be 8 clean sheets in their last 11. Marconi will be watching this game keenly. If Rockdale are unable to pull off a crazy comeback and win this game, they would be top at the end of 23 rounds. The hunt for the premiership really heats up, but just like we saw last season, the only thing really that matters is the winner of that grand final. Ali, pressure on Fong there, Ali Ogla. Final series are so cruel in football. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I feel like first past the post is the most fair way. The thing about finals football, it's very entertaining. Dishes up many surprises. Dale, of course, premiers last season before they were gunned down by eventual champions Marconi, who were their bogey side, which is why that win at the Palace would have been so big for Rockdale. Becoming a bit of a mental hurdle, shaking off their bogey team. Rockdale, Marconi met here earlier in the season. Marconi winning again, and you're probably thinking, geez, what do we have to do to beat this team if you're a Rockdale fan? Did avenge that grand final loss to some degree, and all those previous losses as well. A crazy 9-0 defeat last season. 3-0 in the grand final. This is another hurdle for Rockdale. This is a very big hurdle as well, because they're 2-0 down. They're looking to do the double on the home team today. A bit of space for the cross for Fong. It might still fall here. It's Jack Stewart. I think it took a deflection. It did. Yeah, picking up where they left off in this second half. It's going to be Simmons to take this one. All the corners in the first half were on the left side, so Kambiashi took them. Joining us late, corner led to the opening goal. Header, Michael Kuta for Fabian Monge. His second stint with the club, gets his first goal since returning from Melbourne victory. APIA. Cruise control, looking to enter dreamland here and get a third. Looping corner. Beats everyone. Kelly, another strong half from him. This would be the biggest scout, though, of his short APIA career. Puole's there. Lovely feet. Managed to stay on his feet there, Kelly. That was my fault. Commentator's curse. Sorge to take the throw. They're definitely capable of getting back into this game. It's going to be a tough ask. 2 goals is always tough, but particularly this APIA backline, which turned the corner. On the back foot here, though. Ogla looking for some space. Finds McStay. Najar's out wide. Sees him maybe just half a second too late. Bertolicio gets across. Cross ricochets off Kelly. And falls to Stewart, who then plays Ortiz. He very definitely, by his standards, could have got a goal. And big chances, one with the score at 1-0, and then right before half-time, from point-blank range, that would have, even with Rockdale's firepower, you feel like that would have put the game to bed. As it stands, 2-0 here. Scoreless in a couple other games happening simultaneously here in New South Wales, so we've been spoilt with a couple goals, thankfully, and I have a feeling we might get a couple more. Fong looking for Stewart. Najjar getting back there, and Najjar gotten better and better as this season's gone along. Eventually coming to Rockdale. He was meant to come last season before took a detour to Korea. Spoke to him at the start of the season. He said he was very excited to be linking up with Alek Urushevsky, and Rockdale will be hoping that he can do that here. Golovsky goes long. Despite conceding 2 goals, Rockdale's backline was throwing themselves into everything. Karamalevsky and Nikolovsky in particular. It was now to Skotadis, and Simmons was there. Feeling Kalatz probably had seen that all the way anyway, even if it did get past him. McStay. Oglai, our reigning striker of the month in New South Wales. Wants the 1-2 from McStay. Fogg did enough to just put him off there. Kelly, calm on the ball, and just as I say that, he puts it out. Sorry, Drayden. Spoke about in the first half, a couple of big Drayden Kelly performances, man of the match performances against Cyrus Demi in Sydney Olympic, giving a clean sheet there, and then one against Blacktown as well. But this would be the most impressive if he can hang on to this clean sheet. Bertolicio was long looking for Ortiz. Might get there ahead of Nikolovsky. He does. Holds the ball up. Stewart screaming for the ball. Finds him. Stewart looking for the cross. Gets the second best outcome there, which is a corner. If they could find a third goal here, you have a feeling that that could be Buonanotte, but it would also move them clear of Rockdale. 60 goals, the most in New South Wales. The team's currently tied goal scoring tally for the season, but APIA up 2-0. Now round 23, match of the round. Simmons, Soros claims it once again. To play it short, ends up finding Nikolovsky. Skotadis. That word to Sorge. First half full of energy from Sorge. As you always get from him. Here he is once again. Malevsky. Looking for Skotadis, but Eddie Kaspers has been everywhere today. Throw the ball forward though. Chance for Rockdale. Get a way back into this game. Chalakian. There's Chalakian looking to win the corner here, and he does. Ali Ogla's going to rush and take it. Still plenty of time here. About 10 minutes gone in the second half, but Rockdale with a mountain to climb. And they find the way back into the game from an Ali Ogla corner. Jostling going on in the box there. Looping, curling corner, and Kalatz manages to get enough on it. Falls to Urushevsky. Here's Najjar, shouts of handball. Bertolicio had his back turned. That would be extremely harsh. And Vitsakovic agrees. Here's Kaspers winning the ball once again and bursting forward, dragged back by McStay. I have a feeling when play stops, he's going to get a card. Caspers does well to hold it up, but Stewart was offside, and here comes that card for... No. Vickovic had his hand on the yellow card, and Parisi in disbelief. He's the Putz or the assistant manager there. It was brilliant work once again by Caspers, who did well to win the ball and ride the challenge, which was a foul, definitely. Advantage was paid, and he held the ball up for Stewart, who just half a second mistimed his run there. Chalakian, lovely feet by him. He thought he was fouled. He ran into a light blue brick wall. In the name of Joel Bertolicio, Kambayashi. Kambayashi may have lost a shoe. He's lost something. Shoe or a shin pad, something went flying there. Caspers. Foul right in front of the referee there, and Karamilevsky's gone down. He's put his body on the line. The defender throwing himself into tackles. Whatever Seiya Kambayashi lost, he's picked up. I think it may have been maybe a shin pad. I don't know. Something went flying. Kelly. Oh, he's going long as Stewart was dropping deep, putting it at his feet, and it goes over his head. They'll also have Ollie Pufflet on the bench. Scored his league goal of the season last week. APIA, plenty of firepower on the bench as well. They have Mays, striker of the month. So this game is a showdown between the last two strikers of the month in New South Wales. Smart work there by Kamilevsky to use his head. Najar, number 9, but occupying that left-hand side in place of Giorgio Speranza. Taken off at half-time. Maybe a tactical injury. Could have been perhaps an injury as well. Heavy challenge in the first half. He was ginger from after that. We are approaching kitchen sink time here in our match of the round. The longer this game goes. Here is Najar. Skotaris out in front of him, and he finds him. Caspers and the goal scorer Monge back there. There were shirts getting pulled. Feisty game. It hasn't boiled over, which is what you want to see. He's played in good spirit, and these two teams know how important this 3 points is. Rockdale would go top. I want to remind you, they would go top of the ladder if they can find 3 goals here. APIA move within 1 point of their opponents today, and 4 points behind Marconi. Here's Chalakian. Tries the shot, and it looked like it was in for a split second there. Olivier Kalatz, all he could do was stand and watch with his heart in his mouth. I mentioned that Brendan Chalakian has a rich history with and against APIA. Almost got his team back into the game. Look at that. Galvanise the home team. Najar getting back there against Stewart and does very well. Wins his team a free kick. Gets it quickly. Ends up falling for Najar anyway, so all that silliness ended up falling back to the man who took it anyway. Monge. Hounded down by Chalakian. Kelly. He's getting harassed there by Chalakian, and he wins his team a free kick. For the switch there, Stewart, lovely switch, finds his captain Simmons. There's the Ortiz and Caspers in the box. Simmons trying to get around Constable. Strong work though from the Rockdale youngster, and the pass not as good as the defending that time. Caspers. That's the tackle of McStay. Mikulovsky. Press does well, Najjar, to evade the press. It's the benefit of having an attacker playing at the back. Very clean feet. Showed it off there to evade the press. Urushevsky dropping deep. Too many goal-scoring chances for the Baker, and just as I say that, he hits the woodwork. Alec Urushevsky nearly pulling a rabbit out of the hat there from a tight angle, but no angle is impossible for the Baker. Wow. That would have been spectacular. Kalatz, not much he could have done about that one either. Long for Stewart. Mikulovsky heads it away. Oglar getting up there. Potolicio at midfield. And it's been an engine room for APIA. This man getting a goal. This man, we should have got a goal. There's plenty of time for him, though, to do that. The battle between two of the very best goal scorers in this competition. Soros takes it quickly. Over an hour gone. He now a little bit, maybe 28 minutes or so less. No change to the halftime score. Kurushevsky, though, hitting the woodwork from a very tight angle. Apia still looking threatening, however. Not sitting on this 2-goal lead. Monge. Hey, Stewart. Looking for a bit of room, trying to get around McStay. Gets the 1-2 of Bertolicio, threads it through. Maybe just held onto the ball slightly too long. He ends up getting that cross, and Najjar does enough to just shield that one for his goalkeeper. Less than half an hour for Rockdale to find 2 goals. Apologies for not having the exact time. Commentary box here is on top of the scoreboard. Kalovsky. Might sound crazy, but him and Karamalevsky, the 2 centre-backs, they've been solid despite the scoreline. It's been a ruthless APIA hour. Can Urushevsky respond? He's adamant he got a corner. Kelly's adamant that it's a goal kick, and Itzakovic says corner. McStay will take it. His position of the pitch is what produced the opening goal. It was Miyashi who took that one. Can APIA, beg your pardon, Rockdale, find a way back in to this game from a corner of their own? Shuffle once again from McStay. Palm away from Kalatz. Forced the Constable on the edge of the box. Monge flies into the challenge. Constable does well to hold on to possession. It's a great ball, and they do get a goal. It's Nikolovsky, the centre-back, who stayed forward and gets his team back into this game. And we are set up for a fantastic last 25 minutes or so here. Just had to be. There's no way you could keep Rockdale scoreless, and no surprises when you get the 2 best attacks in this competition. We've now seen our 3rd goal. Brilliant work from the home team, not giving up on the play there. Kalatz palming the ball away. Constable showed off his strength, though. Win the ball on the edge of the box, ride the challenge of Monge, and whip in a beautiful cross for his centre-back. Defenders getting in on the act here. That's brought not just Another level out of Rockdale, but it's brought the fans in to this game as well. They haven't had too much to cheer about. It's been professional opening 65 minutes here from APIA, containing Rockdale to just half chances. Shots from tight angles, but that one, beautiful cross. Pinpoint header from this man. Another header. Falls to Caspers. Lovely work from Caspers to get around Skotadis. Brilliant work there. He thought he was fouled. Referee, right on top of the action, says no, McStay. Remember when these teams met in round 8, up you were 2-0 up there. Rockdale came back to make it 3-2, only to go on and lose 4-3. Looking for a result here though, and they get another corner. Rockdale fans, bench and players pumped up now. Are we going to see another all-time classic here? Already seen 3 goals. Let's see a 4th. Another quarter. Ogler. Great ball once again. It was Chalaki and didn't get clean contact. Najjar's shot flashes across the goal, falls back to Ogler, who was coming back from that corner flag in an offside position. That flag gives everyone a chance to just catch their breath. Gives me a chance to have a quick sip of water because there's been a frantic little passage of play there. Rockdale, though, back into this game and giving this match of the round the finale that it deserves. If Rockdale were to get a point this afternoon, mean that Marconi would have a 2-point lead at the top. There's still plenty of time for them to not only look for a second but also a winner, and they're capable of scoring goals as well. That cross unable to find anyone in red and black. There were plenty of players in blue, and most importantly, that man in green. One of the Calats dives on that one. Takes it short for Kuto. Scored from a Seiya Kambayashi corner. Rockdale's goal, same position, not directly from the corner. It was the seconds and the eventual cross after it. Headed in by Nikolovsky. Here come Rockdale once again. It's Najjar, flashes it across goal and hammered into the near post, and Calats unable to stop that one. Going out for a corner. Rockdale just rowing with confidence. Another corner from the part of the pitch that's already led to 2 goals. Stay to take it once again. Nikolovsky and Ortiz getting in a little shoving match on the edge of the box. It's Nikolovsky's goal, though, that is set up. Great last 20 minutes here, Calats. Claims that one, makes amends. That little half mistake that led to the corner. Kambayashi cuts inside. Falling though to Karamalevsky, who's burst forward a couple times. He could go all the way. The defender, but Calats was off his line straight away. His eyes would have opened up. Matthew Karamalevsky, he's going to have to get back there though. The back pass allows him to get back there, and a bit of afters. That was a bit silly. Might have just done that to allow himself to get back, and no card. The GST there from APIA. Trying to advance the ball. They take it eventually. Here's Jack Stewart. Caspers. Fong. Is it through for Stewart once again. Hustling with McStay. Ends up getting across. It's a decent one as well. A tough angle though for Ortiz. Ends up skimming the top of his head. 20 minutes to go here. They're looking to restore that 2-goal lead. Which they had, was halved by James Nikolovsky. Lovely 1-2 there. Bertolicio, ankle a bit too tight for the shot. They go looking for the cross instead, and Soros was there first. Oglar and Monge getting tangled up there. Ali Oglar may have left a little bit behind. Beg your pardon, that was Fong tangling up with Ali Oglar. What does Ivica Kovic have to say about that? It's always awkward when they're getting tangled together. APIA saying that Oglar left the boot in, maybe kicked out at the APIA defender. Linesman and referee having a lengthy chat here. This is huge. Ali Oglar being tangled up with Fong. A little bit of afters. What does Kovic have to say here? He's got a card out. Huge moment in our match of the round. The card is red for Ali Oglar. Can you believe it? In his first game after winning the Striker of the Month, just like in his first game after winning the Midfielder of the Month a couple months ago, he's given a red card. Unbelievable. Oglar sent off for kicking out at Cameron Fong. And Rockdale now are going to have to find another goal and do it with 10 men. You couldn't write that. Oglar, first game after getting an award, given a red just like he was when he was given the Midfielder of the Month a couple months ago. Insane. Rockdale, they're wanting a card for Fong here, who is on a yellow. In amongst all the chaos, APIA going to make a change. It's Eddie Casper's coming off. Huge shift from him. He was brilliant. He makes way. Coming on to replace him, sporting very slick dreads, Mr. Dependable himself, Franco Farinella. APIA lead by a goal. They have a goal advantage and a numerical advantage as Rockdale down to 10 men. Long looking for Ortiz. You knew there was going to be drama when these teams met. You knew there were going to be goals, and there was always going to have to be a slice of drama as well. And falls for Chalakian. His cross cleared by Kelly, but it falls to Skotadis. Here is Ali Kurushevsky. They nearly got a perfect response to going a man down, but Baker not getting clean contact on that one. I said that this game was a feisty one. It's definitely at its boiling point now after that red card. I don't envy referees at all. They do a fantastic job and they deal with a fair amount of heat as well. Seen 3 goals and a red card. Got about 16 minutes to go here, but we're going to get a fair chunk of added time, you'd think, after that lengthy delay for the red card and, of course, the goal. How did Rockdale respond here? They've seen some great comebacks here think of one earlier in the season against the Sutherland Sharks. This is going to be next level though. Farinella's only just come onto the field, and he's going to earn himself a spot in the referee's book with that one. Home fans and players and bench getting agitated, particularly after that decision, but they may have something to cheer about here. So it is going to be a free kick for the home team. Stay to take it. His corner eventually led to a goal. Can they draw level? Dinks it in. It's a good ball. Kelly got a head to it, and it falls to at the back post. Rudy Najjar. He was off balance and unable to steer it goalwards. Rockdale 15 minutes away from only their fourth loss of the season in the league. The second, though, at the hands of APIA. Other two losses this season. One here to Marconi, which they did avenge, and a shock loss here a couple weeks ago to the Sutherland Sharks. This would be less of a shock, but have massive bearings on the top of the table if it stays this way. Or APIA could get a killer third goal. Lovely pass there. Just looking for Farinella, who's been in the thick of it since coming on. Alex Denmead's getting ready to come on. The super sub started last week, but maybe reverting back to his super sub role could see him get another goal, and it's going to be Maxim Kasalovic coming on as well. Going to have to wait though. Ortiz 3-on-3 here for APIA. So Kambiyashi just had to hold off on his run. They end up finding him. Kambiyashi plays it back to Ortiz. Getting back there was Scottadis, who did enough. Great work there from Jerry Scottadis to get the block and then send it away to safety. We are going to see that double change now. Kasalovic and Denmead getting ready to come off. No goal for Mr. Presley Ortiz. That chance was his last involvement in this game. He makes way for Maxim Kasalovic. And the goal scorer, Fabian Monge, coming off for Alex Denmead. I mentioned that I give Franco Farinella the nickname Mr. Dependable, but that's a fitting name as well for the super sub Alex Denmead. He's got 9 goals this season. But he spreads the love. Beg your pardon, he's got 12 goals in all competitions this season. 6 in the league, 3 in the cup, and 3 for the under-20s. Despite rarely starting, he is the true definition of a super sub. Third goal here for APIA, you have a feeling would put the game to bed, particularly because Rockdale have been reduced to 10. You're joining us late. I feel bad for you. YouTube's got the ability to scrub back. It's been another great game between these two powerhouses in New South Wales. APIA looking for a killer third goal. Cross finds Stewart. Scottadis strong once again, getting back there and keeping his team in it. They go long looking for Urushevsky. Angles tight. If anyone can make it work, it's Alek Urushevsky, but he's looking for the cross there. No one in red and black on the end of it. Just got the little half step on Drayden Kelly that time. Kelly, Kuda, Simmons, Fong. That whole back line's been immense. Callats goes long. We are approaching the last 10 minutes here. 10 minutes for 10 men Rockdale to get something out of this match of the round here. Kasalovic thrown on, part of a double change as APIA look to close out the double on Rockdale. Move within 4 points of top spot Marconi. They could have knocked them off the top if they got a win here. Cross was looking for Alex Denmead. Najjar. Give Najjar credit. Not normally a left back, but he's done a good job filling in there. He's being thrown on at half time. His head on that one. Looking for Chalakin. It was the fresh legs of Farinella. Got there first. Oliver Pufflet getting ready to come on. Fresh off scoring his first goal of the season last week. They'd love another one from him. Gonna have to defend this free kick though. Fong has been involved in everything, including that huge moment. Ali Ogla was sent off for kicking out on the young APIA right back. It's Chalakian who makes way for Pufflet. I just mentioned first league goal of the season for Pufflet. They'd love him to get his second this afternoon. You take it short. Fong into the back post. Free header at the back post. It was headed back across goal looking for Denmead. It was Simmons who was at the back post unmarked. Yeah. Man advantage now. You're probably going to see more situations like that. Milevsky, have to say, he and Nikolovsky, despite conceding twice, have been immense. A couple huge blocks, throwing themselves into challenges as well. But so far, unless they can find another goal, it's going to be in a losing effort. Yeah. Happy to just keep the ball there. Lodge deep. And they're attacking third. Flicked on. No one there in sky blue, though, to meet the header. McStay. Pufflet just been thrown on. Finds Sorge. Looks for the 1-2. Farinella gets back there, though, first. Constable. Bruszewski. Kelly coming together there. Kelly did well, but it falls to McStay. Gets around Simmons. A foul. I have a feeling that was right on the edge of the box. We're talking about millimeters. There's a couple blades of grass in that one. Rockdale wanted a card. They get one, and it's the captain, Sean Simmons. Gets a spot in Ollie Kallatz's, Kallatz's, Zakovic, I beg your pardon. Get it out eventually. That book is starting to fill up like the Coogee Pavilion on a Sunday. Karamilevsky comes off. He comes off a little bit gingerly as well. He was one of 3 changes, and I'd be surprised if he's cramping up or a little bit sore because he's been everywhere, putting his body on the line as well.
Number 99, Matthew Karamilevsky, making way for number 16, Michael Marcevsky.
Marchevsky on to see out the last 10 minutes here for Karamilevsky. Rockdale with a free kick in a great position. It's McStay to take it, and he loops it onto the roof of the net. APIA will be in no rush to take this one. 5 minutes and a bit of change to go. We should get a healthy chunk of added time too. We've had changes, a goal, and a massive moment. Ali Ogla sent off as well. Nikolovsky, his goal gave his team a lifeline. In the jar. Fong coming together there. Long looking for Pufflet up against Kelly. Fong is looking that time for Bertolicio. Well done by Scottaris. He's had some good moments defensively in this second half. Fong. Bertolicio harassed by Constable. And Pufflet. He's Constable once again. Looking for Urushevsky. Kasalovic was there, but then he's dispossessed. It finds Urushevsky. Kuda gets back to help out. Clearance falls to Nikolovsky. Denmead do well to just hold this ball up. He finds Stewart. Sorge using his head and his keeper into the game. Machevsky. Constable was trying to turn, but Kasalovic was there. Fong looking for Denmead. Flag stays down. Denmead does well to hold the ball up, going up against Chevsky. Just came on, and the young centre-back, another ex-MacArthur Bull, did really well to win his team a goal kick, which they're going to take very quickly. Soros gets us underway straight away. Nikolovsky and Denmead getting tangled up, and kick goes the way of Rockdale. Chevsky. Young centre-back thrown on for the last 10 minutes. Always tough for a defender to have to come into a game, particularly a centre-back. Will Rockdale get one last moment? Just to be said, is haven't had too many clear goal-scoring chances. They did hit the woodwork, but it was from a tight angle and only I think Urushevsky could manufacture a goal from. He very nearly did. But APIA have done a good job containing the best attack in New South Wales. For just the one goal, which was corner, eventually led to a cross and then headed in by Nikolovsky. But Stay has been busy, involved in everything. His team a free kick there. They'll get a poor man forward and get it in the mixer. Rockdale committing everyone except Braden Sorge. McStay sends it in. Header away by Kelly. It falls to Scottaris. Pufflet. Can he find the cross? He can. He's looking for Urushevsky, but Simmons got himself in the way of the cross and sends it out for a corner. 2 minutes to go of regular time. McStay. Takes the corner. Flicked on. Can it fall to a player in red and black? It does, and it's the player you'd want it to fall to. And Kurushevsky wins his team another corner. Same spot led to Rockdale's first goal. Can they get that precious second and get something out of this game with 10 men? McStay. This one's towards the goalkeeper, who does enough. And Franco Farinella sends that one into the construction site next door. It's going to be Urushevsky to take it. Cannon of a throw from Alek Urushevsky. Header away to McStay. Falls now for APIA. A chance for them to break. Kambayashi. Sorge, who was the last man back there, gets across. Looks for Pufflet, but Denmead was there first. Najjar. They're looking for a way forward. They find that forward pass. It's Pufflet. Getting hounded down by Denmead. Nikolowski, 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes for 10 men Rockdale to rescue something out of this game. Strong challenge by Fong, who is on a yellow card, but it was a clean one. Sorge. McStay was making the run, but Constable looked up and saw Maxim Kasalovic. Denmead holds the ball up, only has Stewart up in support, but on the other wing. Great diving tackle there from Sorge, who puts his body on the line and wins the tackle. Constable. Rockdale looking for a way out of their half, or one last chance for what would be a miraculous comeback. APIA will be looking to keep the ball here. Stewart. See with Jack Stewart. Bertolicio peeling off, plays it back to Jack Stewart. The bounce of the ball just got away from him there. If that sat up, Stewart may have iced the game. Still with APIA though, Stewart. Holds the ball up on the edge of the box. He shoots straight into the arms of Soros. He's a short for Marchevsky. Looks up, has Najjar in front of him. Najjar does well to make the run and give them an option. Fong gets back there. Great challenge from the ex-Sydney FC and St. George City defender, who's cramping up now. Fong feeling the effects of cramp. As you can imagine, Rockdale want to get him off the field. You're going to see another Alec Udashevsky cannon of a throw here. Yes, we are. That one was more airtime on that one. It falls to McStay. Still with Nikolowski here. Got one goal, the defender. Eyes lit up once again. That was a Drogba-esque turn. He would have been the hero if he could have found the second. Cannon. The throw for Kambayashi. Plays it to Alex Denmead. Flag stays down. A chance for APIA to seal it. The super sub, Alex Denmead, gets APIA's third. And APIA get 3 points here. A precious 3 points against Rockdale. APIA ice the game and move within 4 points of our leaders, Marconi. Who else but Alex Denmead off the bench, like he's done so many times this season. 7th goal of the season in the league. 13 in all competitions for Alex Denmead. Who else? Rockdale pushed and pushed with 10 men. Left themselves open at the back as they went looking for that equaliser. Denmead, who had a player unmarked on his inside, didn't need him. Cooler than the other side of the pillow, icing the 3 points for APIA. They make a double change. Rory Jordan and Adrian Ochino come on. This man's goal set up a great last half an hour or so. But APIA put the game to bed. Golovsky. They set us up for a grandstand finish. Huge tackle from Drayden Kelly. It's when that numerical advantage is starting to show now for APIA, because there was space, but they just held it up. Half a second and the chance may have gone, unless they can push forward here. Here's Simmons. Lovely feet. Goes down, and it's a penalty. Oh, Rockdale's afternoon goes from bad to worse. This game has been flipped on its head because 2 minutes ago they were pushing for an equaliser. They concede a third. Franco Farinella then wins his team a penalty. Apia now looking for a fourth. It's going to be Kuda to take it. He's already got one today. Kuda for Apia. He's already got one. Michael Kuda against Soros. Kuda got the party started for Apia, and he finishes it. Statement victory from APIA Leichhardt Football Club. 4-1 at Rockdale. Michael Kuda has a double. The game was already iced, but that puts an exclamation point on it. And football is a cruel, cruel game because Rockdale much better in this second half. Found the way back into the game. We're pushing for an equaliser, and within 2 minutes have conceded twice. And with that fourth goal now, Apia move clear of Rockdale. And scored the most goals in the competition. Statement victory from Apia, who do the double on Rockdale. They end up running away with it, but we were set up for a grandstand finish when James Nikolowski got his team back into the game. It was 2-1. All the way up until injury time. 10-man Rockdale pushed and pushed until Alex Denmead iced the game with the third. Apia then won a penalty and put an exclamation point on it with a fourth. Michael Kuda getting a double. Apia getting a huge 3 points. They take on Sydney United next week. A huge game for Rockdale. They take on another team pushing for top spot, Spirit. But it's Apia's afternoon here at the Ilinden Sports Centre in our match of the round. Full time. Apia away from home with their biggest, possibly most important win of the season. They have defeated Rockdale 4-1. My name is Adamo Denegris. On behalf of everyone here at Football New South Wales, hope you have a lovely evening. See you next time.
I'll go to the side with the camera is. Because I want to celebrate in front of them. I just thought I'll fucking do that. It's so tough, bro. Kuda, if I say hi before the game, now you have to want the hard touch. Far out, Kuda. You're right after that. You're right before the game. I didn't swear at you, Kuda. What are you going off for? I didn't swear at you, buddy. You fucking idiot. You fucking dumb son. Last time I'm saying hi to you before a game, you fuckwit.
just mean it happened so quick. I didn't really. I saw the.
Check the replay.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I was on it.
It happened so quick.
Did you see one of the guys about to jump the fence?
Yeah, I was filming that. No, the first one, he went over to him to stir him up a bit.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I saw a ball get launched at him.
He had a ball through.
Twice.